clear the board time. All right, something big is going on here. The first thing is we have all been unsupervised. The beautiful idea of supervision is getting together with a cluster of families so one family's strongholds are not running the whole show. There's a handful of families, and the brothers are kind of looking out for each other and saying, hey man, you're not treating your wife right in that area, or you guys are a little, don't you want to do a little bit more of this? The brothers, if they're looking out for each other and challenging one another, the women don't have to complain as much. So anyhow, the picture of the way that we get supervision is we come together, we admit our faults, we do the communion, and then we sit in the Holy Spirit and we ask questions. Should so-and-so go to North Carolina? What do you about this business thing? Can you give us guidance or peace on that? And everybody is getting the path of peace and the answer for the people in the family. I didn't have that, you didn't have that, and that's my constant reality. Like, we need to be compassionate on ourselves and one another because we did not have the supervision that we really could have had, like by the Holy Spirit who loves us. So here's my life picture. Right now in my life, you can come closer. Right now in my life, I would rather escape to the Eternity Freedom Party, the Family Freedom Party. I would rather escape to a communion group than to escape to the comforts or the pleasures that I'm doing in a way that's like weak. Father's been showing me that we can transfer reliance on comforts or self-destructive habits. We can transfer that into the communion group atmosphere and literally stay high on that. So here's the picture of my life. I was married. I've made up names for the people that I've been with. There's Wawa, and there's Nana, and there's Shuka, and there's Insha, and there's Wusa, and there's Shasha, and there's Rosan. and each one of these people have been really close to me. I was married to Shuka from 1985 and 1993. I was married to Insha from 2002 to 2006. And I realized that way back here in 1961, my mommy was baptized in the Holy Spirit. The church prevented me from knowing about that. And then in around 1963, a little bit after that, I was introduced to the physical feel-good by some friends of mine. And I literally lived a life of chasing the physical feel-good for about 40 years until the God invasion. Here's my God invasion, 1994. So my God invasion happened in 1994, but it happened right after an educational discovery. The educational discovery was male and female self-control, being self-controlled regarding the feel-good of the body. When I learned that, the teacher said, if you can be self-controlled in this area, then your heart becomes open to God. And it's so interesting that just a few months later, I got the God invasion. It was really crazy. But then the greatest tragedy was after the God invasion, not long after that, the greatest tragedy was ending up being intimate with a person that I didn't want to be intimate with just because we were close and something happened. So I am presenting all of this to say you can decide to leave your self-destructive comforts and become the Family Freedom Party. And the essence of the Family Freedom Party is this. We are a beautiful one blood family and body. We're one body with different parts, and we are a friend group. And we have amazing different qualities and strengths and needs and complements. And the reality of the Family Freedom Party is cheerful honesty, cheerful honesty, cheerful honesty is the key. Men, set your family free. In the former covenant in Leviticus 15, God says be honest about the flow of the woman and the flow of the man. But now Yeshua says be honest about if there's any arousal or fantasy lust, because you're being evaluated by your heart, your mind, your word, your habits, and your service to the human family. So before it was admit your flow, but now with Yeshua, he's like, admit if you've got something, if you've got fury or revenge in your heart that you need to share with others, if you've got desire or lust for somebody inside that you need to share with others to get cleaned up, that's a reality. Now over here, Genesis 2:25 says they were naked and not ashamed. And that's one of the things that I like